Hello, it's Friday, September 22nd. I didn't post last week because there was a lot of stuff going on that I did not and do not feel comfortable trying to address on this platform. The story of last night, however, crazy roommate antics, are absolutely in my wheelhouse. A couple of things we need to lay as foundation to the story first. Number one, my RI Garrett is one of my absolute favorite people. He seems just absolutely delighted to talk to anyone about anything, and all of my friends agree that if you see Garrett for like 5 seconds, just like walking class or whatever, then your day is just a little bit brighter. Two, Spencer has a preferred brand of bottled water. He apparently likes the pure spring water without any of the added minerals for flavor. And also, when we first moved in, he bought a case of water, and I've helped him drink that water, and thus he's been hassling me to get a new case of water. And three, recently I put my deodorant in my backpack, and then later I put my computer in my backpack, and then when I pulled my computer out, all of the ports for the charger and stuff were just absolutely caked in Old Spice, and so I had to clean that up. And then I put my computer back in my backpack. Same thing happened again, because apparently I don't learn. So long story there, I needed more deodorant. So, the actual story. Someone went to Target, and in addition to buying some pens and notebooks and stuff, they also bought a $3 kiddie pool. Now, I don't know what might have been going through this person's mind at the time. Perhaps the idea of Spencer walking into the room after a long night, and then with absolutely no explanation and nobody there, just seeing a kiddie pool filled up in the middle of his room. Further, not saying who might have done such a dastardly thing, but someone, in addition to the pool, also took all of Spencer's mugs and filled them with water and put them around side of it, and all of the water that person bought for Spencer, the bottled water, they just took out of the case and just set in the kiddie pool, so that was floating around in there. But yep, that's a thing that somebody did. Last night I had worship service, and then I had to run to a meeting at 9 p.m., and this was the text conversation that I was a part of walking to this meeting.
Call me. Why the hell is there a kiddie pool in our dorm?
I brought you water.
Are you joking?
I mean, someone brought you water.
Scott, you're an idiot. How the hell am I going to get this thing out?
I'm in the meeting. Text me.
Is Garrett in on this?
Do you think Garrett, would be involved in such a thing? Silence. So, this is all well and good, going according to plan until I get a foreboding Snapchat.
Garrett is really mad. He wants to know when you will be back.
At this point, I'm starting to be a little bit concerned. Trying to consider what my life looks like if my relationship with my RA is crimped by a period of bad judgment. And so, after a nerve-wracking meeting, I'm walking back to the room, thinking through how I'm going to address this. Of course, I have to take full responsibility up front and immediately try and take whatever steps need to be done to remedy the situation. I come back to the dorm, and I walk into the triple to see Spencer just laying out on Gerson's bed, looking kind of down, and I say, "Are you alright, buddy?"
Yeah, I'm just a little worried about what's going to happen to you.
I set my stuff down and walk next door to Garrett's room. He opens the door, somber-faced. My heart is pounding out of my chest, and he says,
"Do you want to come in for a second?"
"Yeah, I'll do that." Spencer walks out of the triple. Towards the bathroom, Garrett says to him,
"Do you want to just keep walking?"
Clearly, he doesn't want Spencer around for this conversation. I walk into Garrett's room and he says,
"You may want to take a seat."
I do so. There is a heavy second, and then he starts in.
"So, Spencer and Sarah wanted me to act like this was a big deal."
So, I got played in revenge. Then Garrett and I talked for 25 minutes about kids and music and all that stuff. We made a pact that we're both going to write a song before the end of the school year, and then we agreed that we were going to try and convince Spencer that we actually were in trouble. So I walk back to the triple, put on my somber face, and try to prepare my story that I tried to convince Garrett that none of this was Spencer's fault, but since it was both of our rooms, he's also liable. So then I open the door, and I see Spencer there, in his swim trunks, standing in the pool, and he says to me,
"The water's fine."
I couldn't keep a straight face after that. So the jig was up. We cleaned up the pool, and laughed as people were really confused in the hallway as we're trying to pour this kiddie pool into the sink at the end of the hall. All in all, 'twas a hysterical and rather stressful night. And in the end, I realized that I forgot to get deodorant. All the best, guys!